You listen, you care, you try your best. But the moment she offers advice, something in you tightens. It feels like she's questioning you, when really she's trying to connect. That tiny shift from open to defensive is where so many good men lose the spark. Because a woman's advice isn't an attack. It's an invitation to trust her, to let her be part of your world. Here's what most men don't realize. When a woman cares, she can't help but offer ideas. It's her way of saying, I believe in you. So when you pull back, she doesn't see confidence. She feels distance. But when you stay open and listen, you give her something most women rarely get, emotional partnership. Let me show you what that looks like. You're stressing about work. She says, why don't you ask your manager to move that meeting? You almost push back, but you pause. You try it, and it works. Later that night, you text her, you were right, again. You didn't lose power by listening. You showed strength because you trusted her enough to try. That's how teamwork feels in love. Now look, you don't have to agree with everything she says. If she tells you to wear that lavender shirt that makes you look like an Easter egg, you have full permission to rebel. What matters isn't that you agree, it's that you care enough to hear her out first. When you do that, she feels seen, and that's the moment she relaxes into you. When you can laugh together and listen, that's when trust starts to grow. See, valuing her advice isn't about control, it's about respect. When you ask her, what do you think? You're not losing authority, you're creating connection. To a woman, being asked means she's not just beside you, she's with you. That small question tells her you matter here. And when you take her thoughts seriously, something powerful happens. She starts to see you as a teammate, not a competitor. That's what women mean when they say they want an equal. Not someone who leads by shutting her out, but someone strong enough to let her in. You've probably felt the difference yourself. You've dated someone who said, I don't need advice. You remember how small that made you feel, like every opinion was a landmine. Then you meet someone who says, I trust your judgment, but can I share something? And suddenly it feels different. There's space, safety, ease. That's what emotional maturity looks like. Curiosity instead of ego. Think of it like GPS. You're driving, she's navigating. You can ignore her and recalculate for 20 minutes. Or you can listen once and actually get there. Either way, she'll remind you she said it first. But here's the thing. That moment she feels included, she falls a little deeper. When you value her input, you're not giving up leadership. You're proving you're secure enough to grow. And that's what makes you magnetic. Not the guy who knows it all, but the man who's strong enough to learn. When she sees that, she feels safe opening up more. Her heart softens. Her loyalty deepens. Because she doesn't just feel loved, she feels trusted. Every woman remembers the man who listened, but she never forgets the man who learned. Valuing her advice doesn't make you less masculine. It shows the kind of power that can't be faked. Emotional strength. The kind that makes her feel safe to be herself. That's the quiet confidence women crave. You've already learned how powerful it is to listen. Now you know how powerful it is to understand. And next, we're turning up the heat. In part 4, I'll show you what happens when love gets tested, when a man truly fights for her without fighting with her. That's when you find out what real love is made of. See you in part 4.